Hey guys, it's Erin or Gimme Yarn 418, and I am here with thank God it's finished, TGIF. It has not been a very knit-filled week, but I wanted to bring you a video because I do have a lot of things to show, and I wanted to give you all an update on Mia. Mia went back to the vet on Saturday, and the vet was happy with how she was doing. She had a good day Saturday. Sunday she became anorexic and stopped eating, and on Monday she went to the vet and got some medicine for nausea to try and coax her to eat. They also checked her weight, and she had lost 3/4 of a pound, which they attribute to water weight because she's on some water pills. Very similar to what they give people. Tuesday she had a good day. Wednesday she had a good day. Yesterday was not a good day. Yesterday Mia was completely anorexic, would not eat anything. Spoke to the vet again, got some things done, and this morning, I went to the grocery store yesterday and bought everything I could possibly think of to try and entice her to eat. Last night she ate a little bit of deli ham, which is, it's horrible that we're feeding her deli ham, but she ate it. And this morning she ate some really expensive ground beef, some grass-fed ground beef. But she ate, and that's all I care. That's all I care about, is that she's eating. She seems to be doing a little better today. She has a little bit more energy than she has the last 2 days. Well, she has since this morning. This morning she was still a little bit not very happy, not very cooperative, didn't want to eat. But as the day has progressed, she's gotten a little bit more active. She was actually playing a little bit with Dewey, which was good. And yeah, so we're pleased with how things are going. Could they be better? Of course they could. She could make a miraculous recovery, but we're trying to be realistic and optimistic. We were supposed to get our puppy this past Tuesday, but we spoke to our breeder, and Dewey's freaking out in my lab. We spoke to our breeder, and we postponed picking him up by a week to try and get Mia acclimated to the medication and have things leveled out at home. And I'm just realizing how noisy it is outside, so I'm hoping that it doesn't come through on the video. If it does, I apologize, but this is the only time I'm going to get to record this because it was hard to carve out this much time and to look this awake to record. So that's the Mia update, and thank you to everybody who has sent YouTube messages. I have not responded to YouTube messages in 2 weeks. It's been too hectic, chaotic, stressful, and you know, I've been getting very little sleep, and I've been very worried, and so has Kristen. And but we're managing, and like I said, we're remaining optimistic, and we're pleased with the progress she's made so far. And over on the Ravelry board, I did start a thread about Mia so that I can give you periodic updates on how she's doing. I've done it 2 or 3 times so far, and let's leave it this way. No news is good news, so if you don't see anything from me, nothing much has changed. It's not that I don't appreciate the messages from everybody, I just can't. It's hard to keep up with everybody, but I do want everybody to know that we really appreciate it. I share all of them with Kristen and Mia, and it lifts us up. The next thing, can't even think straight. Next week we're going to have Mia's liver and kidney function checked, and then we will proceed forward with a cardiologist referral to see what our next best step should be so that we can keep Mia as comfortable and as possible and prolong her life as long as possible I mean, that sounds terrible to say, but as long as it's good for Mia, we're going to do whatever we can to keep her comfortable, happy, and with us. Okay, all the dogs are inside, which actually worked out because I had something I needed to grab to show you. So, finished objects. I don't know that this has ever happened. I have 0. Like I said, I have not had much knitting time. And I'm actually looking at my whips, and my whips I never filled in. My gray and black socks, no progress. My owls, no progress. My Piper's Journey, not even a single stitch. But I did cast on something new. I cast on, this is a pay for a pattern on Ravelry, Bunny Girl in a Dotty Dress by the Little Cotton Rabbits. And this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see that. I can't tell if you can see. Oh! What did I do? Hold on. Bear with me. Here you go. I'm hoping you can see that. It's completely knit flat, which means purling. And you guys all know how I feel about purling. However, it is a really great pattern. It is very clear if you follow the instructions, and fun, despite all the purling. It's kind of fun to see how it all comes together. So I have actually completed all the knitting for it. I just have to put it all together. So let me just show you the pieces. I'll be like Frankenstein. I just dropped something. This is the head. These are the ears. Oh, if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? This is the body. I have one arm. Oh, these are the arms. These are the legs, and in the pattern the legs are striped, but I only brought down 3 colors of yarn, and I needed 4 to do stripes. So I decided she was going to have solid tights. And look at the shoes. Aren't those really cute? I'm going to put, I think I'm going to put a rhinestone or something for a button on the Mary Janes. And then this is the dress, which I knit the bottom in the round because I don't know how to do color work back and forth. I'm sure it's pretty simple, but I also wanted to do less seaming. So there is the dress, and I like how it came out. And then when I got to the sleeve section, when I got to this yellow band, I picked up in pattern again, and I knit back and forth. And that will close with a button because the dress is removable. She has available for purchase a whole plethora of dresses that come all in one set, which I kind of want to get to knit so you can change the clothes on the doll, which, yeah, I want to change the clothes on the doll. So I haven't done any sewing. I did spinning. I took out Henrietta, and Henrietta is not mindless for me. However, the rhythm of the petals was kind of soothing, so I spent a lot of time with her this week. And I will show you what I have spun. It's drying, so the first thing I did was I plied this, which is Friends in Fiber. I can't remember what it is. Oh, it's all wet on my leg. Let me see what this is. Please bear with me. I hate to do this, but... And I apologize for the squinting. It is cloudy, but it's also sunny at the same time. If that makes any sense. Project handspun. Okay, this is Friends in Fiber in the Blue Hubbard, and this is BFL. I got 77 yards of a 2-ply. Don't ask me what the weight is because I have no idea. It's very thick and thin. I would say it's somewhere between a worsted and a bulky with a sport in some places. Let me bring the camera back up so I can show you, so I can see what I'm showing you. And I had wanted to do Navajo ply on this, but I am an epic fail at Navajo ply, so there it is. I'm fairly pleased with how this came out. I'm still by no means a very good spinner, but it was soothing, and that's what I needed. The next thing I spun was some Coopworth that I got at Vermont Sheep and Wool from a vendor. I think it was Hodgepodge Yarn. And I got 75 yards, and this is definitely a bulky to a super bulky. And the natural, the off-white natural color is underplied, not underplied, underspun, and the brown is spun, I would say, correctly for my estimation. These are still drying, so I can't really take them off the hangers, but there's that. I was thinking of making mittens out of this, but I don't think 77 yards is enough to make mittens. So, I don't know. I'm going to do something with this, though, because even though it's not even close to perfect, it's very thick and thin, I love it. I think it's very beautiful. And the last thing I have spun, was from Spun Right Round. This is mixed BFL. I got 92 yards. The colorway is Candy Shop. And this is soaking wet, and the colors aren't going to be that great to see, so I will show you again next week. But if you saw on Instagram, this was the fiber that I had shown on Instagram. This is also a 2-ply. And how I spun this, because I had hoped to be able to do Navajo ply, was I wound the singles off of the bobbin into a center pull ball, and then I spun it from each end for the plies, so that I didn't have any yarn left over, any singles, and I'm really pleased with that. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but it's pretty, and I'm hoping that when it dries, the color, I'm sure the colors will pop more. But so I'll show you that again next week. So what am I doing next? Next, I am going to be making a pair of vanilla socks out of this, which I actually need to start tonight, and because tomorrow I'm going to Webb's to the tent sale with my friend Doreen. Doreen has been working with Kristen one-on-one to combat the symptoms of her MS, to try and keep her mobile and to help with her balance and her coordination. So we're going down there, and Kristen and I gave her a little gift to help her buy some things while we're there. So I want to start some plain vanilla socks. I want to get through the ribbing so that I can knit these in the car on the ride down because she's driving. And I think I already told you I was going to Webb's. I was going to buy a sweater quantity of yarn. However, given the recent events, being economically and fiscally responsible, I'm only going to use up the rest of my gift card to there. I'm not going to spend anything above and beyond. So I'll only be buying very, very, very few things when I'm there, if anything. I actually need to get some eucalyptus. And I don't know if I'll get yarn. I have a lot of yarn, so. The next thing up is, let's bring this up again. Knitables is hosting a knit along, which I don't think I'll finish in time, but I'm going to be knitting the Mystic spiral socks, which look, whoa, I just zoomed. Don't you love technology? I don't know what I did. I can't get it back. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm going to be knitting. And I think I'm going to use this skein of Desert Vista Dye Works in the Sanctuary color. I think those will look neat. And I haven't decided yet if they'll be for me or for Kristen, but Kristen's way ahead in the sock race. She has more knit socks than me, but these kind of scream her, but I don't know if she'd wear teal and purple. I don't know. The two more things I have coming up is I need to knit a monster for our niece for her birthday, and this is Daphne and Delilah, the mama and baby monster, and this is the one I'll be knitting for her. You may remember I knit, who was it? Layla and Lucas and Lydia for our other niece, so I thought this one was fitting. I'm going to stripe the big monster, and the baby monster will be solid, and I'm just using some nice, expensive, high-quality acrylic yarn. You sense the sarcasm. Hey, you guys all know I will knit with anything from dental floss to cashmere. So, the colors I'm using are lavender and turquoise. Her favorite colors are purple and blue, and I couldn't really find a purple and blue that went together, but I thought these were nice because I wanted it to be bright because our other niece's was very bright. So that. Oh, and I have one other thing that is coming up next. I'm going to be testing the Scooty pattern for Zoe, who's 24 karat crochet, so that should be done for next week. Next page. I guess I'll do thank yous first because thank yous tie into something else. The first thing I want to thank everybody for is the overwhelming support that everybody has given via the Etsy shop. I listed pretty much every finished object that I had that wasn't spoken for on Etsy, be it sewing, knitting, crocheting, and you guys have been great. It's kind of overwhelming how much support we've gotten, and I just want everybody to know how truly appreciative we are, and it's going to go a long way to help not defer, because I don't want to put off, but to I don't know, help with the medical costs that we are facing for Mia, which are very high, but we're doing great. If you haven't taken a look, I'll put a link in the description below to the Etsy shop. There's still a lot of stuff up there. And in my opinion, the prices are ridiculously low. I mean, I'm pretty much knitting and crochet. Pretty much all the work was for free or just buying the yarn, in my opinion, but that's okay. So thank you to everybody. Now I have a whole bunch of mail because everybody who watches is so incredibly generous that I get the best gifts. The first thing I got was from Snowy44, Terry. She sent me, I should have tied this up and made it pretty, but I've been using it, so. She made this little notebook, and it's got pink, orange, purple, and blue flowers on it. It's really, really pretty. And it's got some hot pink paper inside, and I'm not going to show you what I wrote on the papers, but she put a really nice note in there. And then she also sent me this book, The Joy of Socks, which I've helped her discover that there's a lot of errata in this book, so if you do knit a pattern from The Joy of Socks, check the errata. I will say that the first pair of socks that I am drawn to, I just saw on the back cover, are lace, and I can't find them. They're these ones. I think I'm going to knit those. When? I don't know, because, well, I don't know. I have cast-on-itis, and I just want to start everything, so maybe I'll start them today. Who knows? So thank you, Terry. The next thing, Zoe, 24 karat crochet on Ravelry and YouTube. I think that's her name on YouTube. I might be lying about on Ravelry. Sent me a package for my birthday, and I'm littering all over my porch. And I got 2 cards in it. The first card says, "Have a happy birthday," or "The sheep gets it," which is hilarious. And then this one, "Party pants." So cute, and she wrote cute little notes inside. One of them said that she couldn't choose between the cards, so I got both. I'm really wondering where that envelope went. And then, this was like one of the best packages ever. She sent me a box of, well, first she sent me some, I don't know if this is UK or England or Great Britain, because I don't exactly know about the stripes, but I'm sure Zoe can tell us. She sent this cool pen, which is now going to go in my purse, but I couldn't do it until I shared, and this pack of tissues, which is also going to go in my purse. I need to talk faster because it's going to start raining any minute. The next thing she sent was Marks and Spencer Extremely Chocolatey Milk Dark and White Chocolate Biscuits more chocolate than biscuits, which I opened the box to see what they looked like inside, and they had got jostled around in the mail, but I didn't eat any. I just wanted everybody to be able to see what they looked like before I partook in them, but I'm probably going to have some in the very, very near future, like as soon as I press stop. She also sent some Kinder Chocolate, which, more milk, less cocoa. We've had these in the past. Sarah in Germany sent these. We love these. She sent something that I probably won't be having any of, and that's perfectly okay with me, and that was Maltesers. Kristen's already broken into them. She sent some Yorkie Originals, which I confess, it was a 3-pack. It is now a 2-pack, and they're delicious. And, oh, she sent this cute book, which I keep opening when I'm, like, totally deflated. The more I see of men, the more I love my dog, which, let's try and find a good one to share with everybody. Okay, this is very fitting for me. Dogs don't wear unfashionable items of clothing unless you want to dress them in little red jacket and matching booties, because, you know, I dress the dogs. So, that was really, that gives me a chuckle every once in a while when I need one. And some Jelly Babies. Oh, the glare's a little off there. Which I think are kind of like, Swedish fish. I don't know if these are sour. I don't think so. And then these, which I think are sour, which I love sour. I don't like sour candies, but I like Sour Patch Kids, stuff like that. Sour watermelons are my favorite. These are fruit somethings. I'll say pastilles. Pastiles. I don't know. Someone can correct me. As we all know, I cannot pronounce to save my life. So that was a very yummy package. The next thing, did I forget to bring it out? I did. Hold on. No, I won't bring it out. I won the Hatchinit from the Wolf Farms video podcast, which I really thought I brought them out. But I definitely didn't. And I got some lip balms. I got some delicious lip balms. I think I got grape and watermelon, raspberry, some fruity flavors. The package smells delicious. So thank you for that. And then 2 more packages. Sarah, S.E. Hepworth, sent me a skein. Well, she sent me a package. She said, sorry, I meant to send this for your birthday, but I didn't get it in the mail in time. But she already sent me a birthday present. She sent me a Christmas tree. This is the cutest postcard. I'm going to hang this up next to the one that you sent me of the UK flag. UK, Great Britain. I don't know. I'm so, like, afraid to say which it is now because I don't know. And I know there's a difference. I don't know what it is. So the first thing she sent was Floramania Color by Regia. I love this. This almost bumped Bruno's Opal off of my next up socks. And I was going to buy this at Webb's. So I love it. Thank you, Sarah. And she also sent some tea, which Kristen is already drooling over. The first is, you know, she sent tea before. She sent the British breakfast or English breakfast tea, and Kristen, like, those tea bags are like gold. She, like, allows herself one every week and a half because she loves the tea so much. And I can't find it anywhere. should confess I haven't looked all that hard. I've looked in stores, and I should know that I can't get UKT in stores. But so she sent some chamomile maple sensation, and Kristen is more of a tea drinker than I am, so she was definitely drooling when she saw this. And she also sent some salted caramel green tea, which I think this is the one she wants to break into. I don't think green tea has caffeine. Or maybe green tea does have caffeine. Maybe green tea has more caffeine. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. So, thank you so much, Sarah. Kristen's really excited about this, and I am really excited about this. So, last but certainly not least, I got in the mail the prize for the sock knit along. And I think I've told you what it is. But Vicky Weaver, who has not sent me any information on how to order these if you want them, sent two that she made. She sent 2 pair of sock blockers. These are just like the ones she made me, but they have the cutout at the top, which, Vicky, great. That is like an awesome thing to have added, in my opinion. I love them. So these will be, 2 people will be finding out in a matter of moments that they are the proud owners of these. Well, they should be proud because they're awesome. So thank you so much, Vicky, and they smell good. Which, I don't know. I think everybody who knits and crochets smells their yarn. So for sock blockers to smell good, it's just an added bonus. Okay. So, the final... I have 2 more things to say. 3 more things to say. Maybe 4, who knows. The sock along ended on the last day of April, and I'm sorry I had to put off doing the drawing, but I did draw. We had 35 entries. That includes mine. I went to random.org and I entered 1 through 35, and I pulled mine twice, and then I got 2 winners. The first winner is Fernanda M., who was number 24, and the second winner was Snowy44, who was number 32. So, ladies, if you send me your mailing addresses, I might have both of them, but I don't think so, so send them to me just in case. I will get these in the mail early next week. I will also be adding a skein of yet-to-be-determined sock yarn. I'm going to see what I can find when I go to Webb's this week and pick up a skein of sock yarn for each of you to go with your sock blockers so that you can knit a pair of socks and put them on your sock blockers. Christen them. So, that's great. The next up, starting yesterday, let me check the date. Yeah, starting yesterday was our toy along, which is going from May 15th to June, 30 days past September, April, June 30th. Over on the Ravelry board, check it out. We have a chatter thread and we have a finished objects thread. I don't think we have any finished objects yet. I do ask that you start and finish your project within the time parameters, which is a month and a half. I think that's a fair amount of time for knit and crochet along, loom along, crank along, and I even opened it up to sewing, so if you sew a toy, that counts too. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a message on the chatter thread and I will answer it. I haven't decided what I'm going to give for a prize yet. If anybody has any suggestions, I'm open to them. I do have one thought, but we'll see what happens. So, I think that is all I have. As for the hangout tomorrow, for the 3rd week in a row, I cannot hang out tomorrow. I will be at Webb's. However, someone is welcome to start one. I know Zoe has started in the last few weeks. And the other option would be that I could start a hangout on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if there's interest for that, because I will be home. I do have to do all my Saturday chores on Sunday, so that shouldn't be a problem, because Sunday I usually reserve to not do anything, to be completely honest. So, yeah, I've talked for 32 minutes. I know some of that's going to be cut out, but I babbled on for quite some time. I showed pretty much no knitting. So, yeah. That's all I have for this week. I hope you're all doing well, and until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.